Okay, we're back. The stream dropped out. If you're coming to the stream, go back and watch episode 1 of this stream. That is the beginning, the NFC title game and the beginning of this stream. Okay, so like I was saying, we got 2 minutes left, right? If I score, I'd have to get a 2-point conversion to stay up, like outright, right? So what I'm going to do is, because if I score, I'm going to be up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to slow walk this a bit, make them use their timeout, stuff like that. Because I could always kick a field goal if I don't get the touchdown and, do it that way. But I'm looking for them to use their timeouts. They might just drop the line and give me this touchdown, though. See?
First down. Harris. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
This is what you want. You want these dudes to kind of give up the line a bit. Because if I score right here,
and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Let's try it with Najee Harris.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run again with Harris. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. The Chiefs now going to use,
use their timeout, right? We're at 3rd and inches, right? So the time's running. If I score here, they'll have 1:21 on the clock to go down the field. So what I'm going to go for is a QB sneak because I do need the touchdown at bare minimum. I really could use the touchdown over the field goal. So we're going to go for the QB sneak. Got it. Okay. So for the QB sneak, we have it. The problem is, there's a big choice to make. Do you go for the 2-point or do you go for the field goal?
Congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
If I go for the field goal, see, even the coach is like, go for it. Let's see. Come on here.
Kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
That's what I'm talking about. Dallas got it.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
See, I went to the left because we learned that during the season. If you go right towards the superstars, he's going to be covered. And if you bring him left, where there's nobody there, there's a strong possibility he can get across the field. Okay, now these dudes are going to be looking for down the field bombs. The goal is to stop them and get the ball back. That's the goal. I'm not trying to go to overtime. Overtime rules are stupid. He's going to come out playing in the air. There'll probably be those type of passes where they line him up 4 deep, and then he throws it short, and he keeps throwing it short, and throwing it short, and throwing it short until he gets close. But we're going to see. They have to have a touchdown, so back them up. Don't even let them get over top of you. Back them up. That way they can't outrun you. Yep, see? Tackle and bounds. Yep. Time's running. Oh, no. Tackle him inbounds. We're now at 48 seconds. Tackle him inbounds. See? They can't keep doing that. Yeah, play 4 drop because they call them verticals and stuff like that. It's only 30 seconds left, so they can't kick a field goal, so they go into the air. Somebody get to him, damn. That's right, tackle him in bounds. Tackle him in bounds. 20 seconds. They just used their final timeout. Yeah, 3 men deep. Play back, because they're damn sure going to try to outrun them. Big time, Tom. Big time, y'all. Big time. This is where people show up.
Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Oh, no. Yes. Play deep again. I got some dogs back there, bro. But I hope, we got to get that pressure on him. He's trying to make us jump. Come on. Come on. Go for him, yo.
He's gonna
Oh,
let
no,
this
he's
go.
doing it again.
Back of the end zone. And that's gonna be
That's missed too.
incomplete.
All right,
Good
y'all.
effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One more time. Give me one more stop, and we're Super Bowl champions, brother. One more stop.
One final try for Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go out of bounds right
4th
around
and
the
5.
40.
That,
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey,
and we're going to run it
that's
back on you.
intercepted.
Yeah.
Picked off by
This is how we end the
Paxton
Super Bowl.
Graham.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he takes this
Yeah.
one back
It was tough,
into
but
the
yeah.
end zone.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Eagles
talking about.
defense gets a pick six TD.
Is that Simmons or Daniels?
For him, a
Let me see.
pick six in the Super
Pick
Bowl.
six
You
in
think
the
about some of
Super
the big
Bowl.
pick sixes over the
Who is
history
that?
of
Is
this
that
huge
Gilmore?
game. I remember because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans. Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to
I
get
look
the
like
Saints
I need to
first
know who
time.
that is.
that one pretty much sealed
That's
the
what I'm
deal
talking
for
about.
New Orleans as
I
well,
can't
but
even
I
check.
gotta go
It
back
must have
a ways
been
'cause,
one of our
unfortunately,
defensive
considerably
players.
older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers,
We did it.
got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown.
We did it. We won the Super
75
Bowl,
yards.
brother.
You recall them
Right,
all.
we
What
got
a
it done.
play
Back-to-back
here. Another
champions.
pick six in the Super Bowl.
Our defense stays strong. Man, I made a mistake, fumbling. Made a mistake throwing that interception, but we was able to get it together. You know, they didn't have a run game. They was all air. You know, like that run game that he got that touchdown. I was like, come on, man. You know, and then with the fumbling thing, I think that was some bull crap because I don't fumble. You know, not saying I'm like the best quarterback in the world over everybody else. I mean, I believe I am, but, you know, at the same time, when I normally run during the season and people hit me, I don't fumble. So why is it that we're in the Super Bowl and now, like, I get popped and they're dropping the ball? Like, I could have lost the game, you know? No touchdowns. I didn't have a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes had 1 touchdown. I had 1 touchdown and 2 fumbles. Najee Harris had a touchdown. And we are Super Bowl champions. Man, that was not easy. 18-game streak, 2 years running. Back-to-back MVPs, back-to-back Coach of the Years. Boy, that was not easy. Okay, so this is where a lot of those players can upgrade themselves. I don't know how far I'm going to go in the offseason, probably a little bit, just to get a little peer around the corner. Okay, we have done it. Staff moves. Okay, let's see who's been fired, who's been hired. They fired the Bears coach, Cardinals coach. They fired that dude from the Jets. A lot of other people have already been, they already left. Mike Vrabel from the Titans, he was fired. The Titans fired him. The Steelers fired Ron Rivera, so he done lost his job. Kyle Shanahan got fired by the 49ers. Oh, shit, the Bucket. Oh, he's retired. Okay. Bruce Arians retired from the Buccaneers, and that's all coaches. So that's the staff moves there. And then we move forward. The scout college players part, I'm pretty sure my scouts are going to do their job, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. Okay, and then we did all the qualifications. If you've been watching the channel, you know that what I like to do is to put money back into the team when they do well. So for all their victories that they did, they will be getting $300 million. I hit the wrong button. Okay, so how it's added up is like, I think if I remember correctly, it's like $60 million for a playoff appearance, $50 million for a NFC title appearance, and $100 million for, it's like 150, stuff like that. So I should be trying to bring us up to 338. See where we are. We're at 98 now. We got some more to put on. And just if you're wondering, this is the same thing I did last year. If I won, if I would have lost, I wouldn't have gave us the money. Oh, and also if you want to use this, you have to be playing on offline mode. You can't use this on online for whatever reason. Okay, we're at 168. Need to keep going some more. Where are we at now? 233. Need a little bit more on top. $278. Need a little bit more on top. Okay, we're at 355, so we're about 20 over. That's okay. The 20 was something we could use anyway. Okay, 2023 season recap. So the Philadelphia Eagles are 3-time Super Bowl champions. The first one was the one that they won on their own. We're 5-time NFC champions. The Patrick Surtain must have been the one to get that interception and run it back for a pick 6, which is great. I think the young guns on the team might be stepping up to take a couple of veteran space. So Patrick Surtain was the Super Bowl MVP. Philadelphia Eagles won their back-to-back title the first year. I won MVP, back-to-back MVP, Coach of the Year. Emmanuel Ortega, back-to-back MVP for him. I won Offensive Player of the Year. Fletcher Cox won Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to some dude, Austin Bailey, who got drafted. And Defensive Rookie of the Year went to some middle linebacker who looked like he just came in the league. So, now that we are beyond that, let's go to upgrades. Jamal Daniels is an upgrade. He damn near a 90. Oh, he is a 90, 92. Okay, so, all right, so we'll move forward into re-sign period. This is where, like, did you notice during the Super Bowl, there was no space where I was like, oh, let's put Jalen Hurts in here or something like that. No, I'm pretty sure Hurts probably won more than $122 million, 9 times out of 10. Now look at it. We got $357 million. Oh, let's see who retired. Oh, Trent Williams retired. Brandon Graham retired. Matt Ryan retired. Damn, we lost Brandon Graham and Trent Williams. We got 1 year worth of play out of him though before he got up out of here. Rob Gronkowski retired again. A lot of free agents, players that weren't getting picked up by teams. Cam Newton retired. That's surprising. Chris Harris retired. Ryan Fitzpatrick is done. Philip Lindsay retired after just 6 years. Oh no, these are re-signed players. The retires are up here. Are these all re-signs? Oh yeah, the retires must. No wait, re-signed players. I wanted to see retired. I'm pretty sure this is retired because when you go to re-signed, that's that window. So I'm pretty sure this is retired. Retired players. Brandon Graham, stuff like that. So yeah, Jamal Collins, he's a good dude. Kyle Long, people I might have looked at picking up later. They kind of retired. Cam Newton retired. I think it's a re-sign thing. Hold on. So I think a couple of players retired. Malcolm Jenkins retired. Jack Doyle retired. That's surprising. Malik Jackson, he played for us for a while. Andy Dalton called it a day. Earl Thomas is done. The coach from the Buccaneers is done. Okay. So some people, not key people, but we did lose our left tackle. Like, let me see if he's still on the roster. Because I think he retired. That's what they were saying. Yeah, he retired. So if he retired, that means Brandon Graham retired as well. Yep. Brandon Graham retired. At least Fletcher Cox, because Fletcher Cox is a 91. At least Fletcher Cox didn't retire, but his time is probably numbered. So we're going to start rotating other guys in there. But, you know, we're already down some people because of the negotiations. So let's go to, let me see, is the trade window back? No, the trade window is not back. So let's go to off-season free agency. Okay. Let me see if Asante Samuel Jr. stayed on our squad, or did he leave? Because his contract was only for a year. Yeah, he left. So what probably happened is Asante Samuel Jr. is now, they said off-season re-sign players. I didn't see a re-sign window, so, and they said re-sign players, but I guess I missed it. Let me see, is Trent Williams available? No, but another guy is. I'm looking for that cornerback position with Asante Samuel Jr. Is he out there? There he is. Asante Samuel Jr. wants $39 million over 5. I'm willing to give you, to bring you back to the team because I didn't know you was going to leave. I'm willing to give you $46 million over the course of 5 years. We have 103. That puts us ahead of them by a lot. Okay, that's the first person that I wanted to make a deal for. Okay, so going position by position. Aaron Rodgers wants $28 million for a year. Jalen Hurts wants $122. The Broncos are looking up there. The Giants, the Panthers, which is okay. Matthew Stafford is out there. Colin Kaepernick, and then it kind of goes off the hill after that. So out of all these dudes, Aaron Rodgers, he's probably looking to just, Aaron Rodgers looking to get a belt, right? And $28 million for a year is a lot, whereas Jalen Hurts wants $122 million for 5 years, which is more. Now, Matthew Stafford only wants $18 million a year, so let's come into his card and check him out. He's a 77 star. His stats are up there. He's younger than Tom Brady. He's been in the league 15 years. Let's see how long Rodgers has been in the league. Rodgers been in the league 19 years, so he's going on 20 years in the league. It's a strong possibility that Rodgers is going to retire at the end of the year, right? Now, also, you could also go with Colin Kaepernick because basically it's a backup position. You see what I'm saying? Colin Kaepernick has been in the game. We had him 1 year. Colin Kaepernick been in the game about 9 years, stuff like that. He's not looking for that much. But at the same time, when you go to his years, he has about 9 years in the league. His stats are up there, but his deep ball and his medium ball have taken a kind of like a hit since he basically has been out of the league. So with Matt Ryan seems like more the solid choice because the difference between him and Aaron Rodgers is about $10 million. Now, I could pay the $28 million to Aaron Rodgers to back me up for this year, but then it puts us in a situation where now, like when you come into, just hypothetically, when you come into, if they'll show it to you, which they probably won't, okay, re-sign players, right? So this should be next year's re-signs right here if they let you see it. Sometimes they don't let you see it like that. You have to go through the standings. But yeah, see, there's no players to re-sign or anything like that. So what's going to end up happening is you have to go to your team salaries, right? You have to come over to the team salaries, and then you have to just go down the line. Look at it. Najee Harris gets re-signed this year, Devontae Smith, Stephon Gilmore, Justin Simmons, Xavier Howard, Tuitt, Jalen Waddle, the punter, Patrick Surtain, Fletcher Cox, Penny Sewell, right? Darius Slay gets re-signed this year, Younghoe Koo, Josh Sweat, Jamal Daniels, our right guard, Levante David gets re-signed this year. Lavender Dickerson gets re-signed this year. Kenny Gainwell, C.J. Mosley, Andre Dillard. You got key people that I'm gonna have to re-sign. So we don't want to go, super nuts in free agency just because it's there because, you want to be able to keep certain people. So at quarterback, like I said, he wants 28. He wants 122. He wants, looks like, almost damn near $18 million for a year, and the difference between him and Colin Kaepernick is only 8 points. I'd rather pay $6 million to Cap and have him come in and start to build his stats back up during the preseason and stuff like that. And I think that his scrambling ability is what keeps you alive. You know, his arm is a little bit there, which can be developed, but I would rather been capping to back me up for at least the next 2 years versus Matthew Stafford. I just feel like $20 million for one player is going to put you in a bad lineup. Now, this is just the start. Okay, halfbacks, I think we have Gainwell, but Gus Edwards only looking for $10 million for 3 years. He's a good player. I kind of got rid of him. I let him walk. But we have to think about it. I got Kenny Gainwell already, and I got Miles Sanders, and I got Najee Harris. So it's not really that smart to spend the space on a running back, but we could use another running back behind our dude. So just in case, we're going to go ahead and raise this to 2.5 and raise this to 1.55. That way we're at $12 million for the 3 years. And we could always probably make a spot, because I have seen situations like last year where all our wide receivers get hurt. All our halfbacks get hurt at once, right? Tyler Boyd just became a star, deep threat, almost 30 years old. I don't think our wide receivers, Devontae Parker. Oh, Quez Watkins. I was looking for Quez. Jalen Reagor got released by the 49ers. They picked him up, and then they let him go. You know, let's see what Reagor got. Does he still have that drop ball thing on him? Yeah, see, he still got that drop passes thing. I'd rather get somebody in here that could play the position like Quez. Like, he wants $12 million. And Quez Watkins, who is better, who doesn't drop balls, only wants $12 million. But at the same time, see how his route running is 72 and 73, and then his release is 68. That means that he's not going to get free from the defender as easy. Now, if you come over to, hypothetically, somebody like Tyler Boyd, who's been in it for 8 years, you see his release is 82. All of his stuff is green lit. His ball carrier vision is break strength. So, and he's been in the league for 8 years. So it's a potential that you could turn this guy into, you know, he's in the top 10 as wide receivers. Let's look him up to make sure that I can look it up online. Let me look it up just to make sure that I ain't putting no offers in with no Cowboys or nothing like that. Football wide receiver. He played for the Bengals. So he's a Bengals receiver. That's pretty okay. Excuse me, that cough. That cold got up on me. I think to have another wide receiver threat out there with a release and a deep threat and all that, he's already at 84. I think once you bring him on the team, excuse me. I think once you bring him on the team and you train him up, I think that would be a good receiver to have. He's almost damn near 90. So let's raise this up to $29 million over the course of 3 years. We're now ahead. Now, these are just contracts that we're putting in just to start. We're going to review them to see if they're worth it. Okay, now, tight ends. I don't necessarily think we need another tight end. This is just me. I don't think we need another tight end, but they're not asking for that much. Like, Nick Boyle is only asking for $13 million over the course of 2 years, and he has very bad stats and he drops passes. I see why. Tyler Higbee's asking for $15 million, and he has undisciplined penalty tendencies. So neither one of those guys are good pickups. Now, left tackle, Tyron Smith has come available, and he wants $36 million for 2 years. There's no other superstars that have been brought onto the team. So $36 million for 2 years for a left tackle that's a superstar to add to the line, I would be willing to pay that. So let's put up 9.5, and let's put up 9.55 to put us ahead of other people. 106. We're now ahead of everybody else. We're close. You might want to make that change that offer a little bit. We're a little close there. So let's just raise it to, I'll pay him 10 a year at 9.65. I'll pay him 10 a year. 107. We're now higher than these guys, which is good. Left guard, he looks pretty good. Pretty good tendencies, too. He wants $7 million over the course of a year. He's been in the league 9 years. Let's do a 2-year deal for 15. Because, see, even if you bring too many people on from free agency and you're over the man, what do you call that? over the what do you call that thing? Over the cap for players, you can always trade them away or trade them for picks or something. And also, I don't know what the I don't actually know right now what the year is going to look like. I'm just, slowly but surely bringing people on the team so that way we can be stacked for whenever I decide that it's time to go after that third championship. It's going to be a while, though. I think I'm going to play me some. Oh, I got Cameron Jordan, left end X Factor. He's looking for $10 million a year. He's been in the league 13 years. I would pay him for a 2-year contract, and I would raise it to 5.5 and raise this to 5.35 to pick that guy up. Let's see how far we are ahead. 106. Nope. Got to put in a little more. I'm willing to put in a little bit more. He's a good player. So let's raise this up to 7.5 and raise this to 6.25. $123 million. We're now ahead of everybody else, which is good. D Ford has become a superstar. We got a hole because Brandon Graham is missing. He only wants $4 million a year. I say you put him down for a 3-year contract. Bring this up to 3.5, and then bring this up to 1.85, which is 15 over 3. Gives us $120 million. We'll probably beat the Patriots there. Okay, that was left end. Defensive tackle, I think we're pretty set, but we could use some help on them outside. Now, they got Chase Young, right? But what you got to keep in mind is Chase Young is a Washington football team player. And as a Bird, I don't bring on Washington. That's one thing I don't do. I don't bring on Washington football team players, New York Giant players, Cowboy players. I don't care how good they are, what they did. You can go to another team. I don't care. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna bring you in. He wants $61 million for 3 years. We have $61 million already, but I'm good. We'll win despite him. Let's see. Left outside linebacker Trey Flowers is out there. KJ Wright is out there. Surprisingly, as a superstar, he made himself into a superstar. But I feel that we are good at left outside linebacker right now, and nobody's really sticking out. Okay, Demarius Davis, Eric Kendricks. Eric Kendricks wants $5 million a year, and DeMarco Jones, who's only 1 point more than him, wants $6 million a year. So he's 35, and Kendricks is 32. So his stats is, his stats is really up there. He plays his own very well. So Eric Kendricks, and plus I've seen Eric Kendricks play. Eric Kendricks is the type of dude, you break out the 3-year contract for Eric Kendricks. You see what I'm saying? You break out the money for this dude. 35, put that in. We're at $111 million. We're ahead of everybody else. Nobody even has an offer in, so we might be able to get to him pretty early. DeMarco Davis, I'm gonna pick him up as well, because we might need some linebackers. So I'm gonna put an offer in with him as well. And then what we can do is later on, if we're not gonna keep him, we can always trade him. But like I said, I don't know what direction I'm going in with the team just yet. We're just starting. And if you notice, if you look right here, there's not a lot of linebackers that are available. Like KJ Wright is a 72. Yeah, he's a superstar, but when you come over to his stats, look, power moves, finish moves, zone coverage, he's cool and all that, but he's not somebody that you pay, you give a roster spot to at the same time. These guys are 80s and 79s, which is Leveco David is an 80, and Eric Kendricks is 1 spot below Levante David. So, there's just some decisions that'll be made. As I said, I'm just setting myself up to make some offers to certain people, and then I will look to review it before I actually, because we have so many cornerbacks where I don't, the only person I wanted to put a deal in with was, Kyle Kendricks. Micah Hyde, I think he played for the Bills, if I'm not mistaken. He's looking for $3 million a year, superstar, free safety. He plays his own pretty well. Tackle is okay. Discipline penalty tendency. 2-year deal. Raise it to 5. Raises to 55. Okay, so what we don't want to do is you don't want to bring in people. Okay, Justin Tucker is now available, but I think I'm okay with Younghoe Koo. Younghoe Koo's younger. He kicked us all the way to the Super Bowl. I never had a situation. I don't even think he missed all year round. So I'm not gonna be up here to replace this guy. And then out of the top 500, out of the top 100, Chase Young is the number one player, right? And don't get me wrong, he's a good player. He would be a good player to play on the team and stuff like that. But at the same time, right, I have to make a decision call on whether or not, I would bring that guy on. And to me, what can mess me up is I pay this guy $6 to $8 million, and then my Eagles don't get the job done versus the Washington football team, and now I got this dude on my team, So yeah, I'm not too inclined to bring him on. Now with the quarterback position, I think what is a smart thing to do is make an offer to Kaepernick and Aaron Rodgers, because we didn't make that many deals this year. So we're looking for a 2-year deal or let's just do the 1-year deal for $28 million. Got 93. Okay, so unless we get into a bidding war with somebody else, we should win Aaron Rodgers and Colin Kaepernick. Now let's look at all the negotiations that we got. We got $39 million on the left tackle, $27 million on the left end, $28 million on the quarterback, $29 million on a wide receiver who we might not need. Asante Samuels is $46 million. Gus Edwards is 12. Demario Davis is 14. Micah Hyde is 8. The left guard is 15. Eric Kendricks is 17. D Ford is 15, and Colin Kaepernick is 13. So what we're gonna do is, let me see Aaron Rodgers' stats. Let me see if Rodgers still has the gift. Yep, he still got all his original throwing abilities and all that sorts of stuff. So yeah, that's a good pickup because it solves the quarterback position at least for this upcoming year. You see what I'm saying? And when you add all this together, this is maybe like $100 million worth of players, right? So let's step forward a week to see if anybody took our deals. To tell you the truth, let me take a look at my wide receivers and see if any of them outside of Devontae, when they come due. Okay, all my wide receivers below Devontae are on a 2-year contract, and Waddle and Devontae Smith got to be re-signed. So as it stands, we only have 4 wide receivers because I let go of JJ and the rest of them guys. So we only have 4 wide receivers. So bringing Tyler Boyd on is pretty good because what Tyler Boyd does is Tyler Boyd gives us another wide receiver at that position. And then, like I said, if we're not going to use him, Chase Young, don't get me wrong, superstar X Factor, great stats, team player, all that sorts of stuff. But, former Washington player. I don't play games with them dudes. So, like I said, with our negotiations, I think we got a pretty good lineup here. Have to spend a little money to keep these players around. If I have to go over the amount of money to basically keep the team alive, that's what you got to do. I think Aaron Rodgers is worth the $28 million because if anything happens to me, this nigga can come on the field and get the job done, right? Tyler Boyd, I think he'll be a good addition to the wide receiver room. He's already ready to go. Asante Samuels, I should have never let him go. I shouldn't have to spend this money, but I accidentally hit the trigger, right? Gus Edwards will really back up Miles Sanders and give us another option at power just in case something happens to Najee Harris. Demario Davis is only $14 million. Micah Hyde's only $8. And the rest of these guys aren't really that much. The big money comes in like $46 million for Asante Samuel, $30 million for Boyd, $30 million for Rodgers, $27 for this guy, and $40 for this guy, right? So we're going to press forward because, like I said, I'm going to look to re-sign people, but if some people got to go, some people got to go. It's not going to get done tonight. Just to let you know, it's not going to get done tonight. And actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Let me put in the chat. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream here. Things are a little late in the night, and we've been going for, we've been going for a minute. So just to inform you, if you don't know, from the left to the right, I am SR51 Media on Twitter. I am SR51 Media on Theta.tv. If you're looking for a link, it'll be right below the If I'm not mistaken, it'll be right below the details on the channel. Right beside that, of course, this is the SR51 Media YouTube channel. I would appreciate it if you could drop a like, drop a subscribe, maybe drop a comment. I talk to people in the comment section as long as it's in a respectful way. Watch a couple videos, get a good feeling for who we are, who I am, and who my stream is and stuff like that. Right beside that is the official brand website, sr51media.com, for over 100 hours of gameplay and much more content coming that way. So make sure you check back for new content details. Just to let you know, like prime example, right now, the reason why I'm not throwing on Street Outlaws or something like that is because, number one, it's kind of late. And then number two, I wanted to get our franchise to a point where we are at least in the off season. So these next 5 weeks of football, I may want to come back. I may not. You see what I'm saying? But at least the season's in a way where that's why I wanted to stop here, because I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend this much money just, right out the bat, because I feel like I'm moving through it kind of fast, like just to get this done and go to the next thing, get this done and go to the next thing. So I'm going to hold on to this. We may, to tell you how I do things, sometimes I record the off-season stuff and just publish it, and sometimes I do it live. So there's a possibility that, because after winning 2 Super Bowls, I kind of want to go to 2K and Battlefield and Street Outlaws and stuff like that. So the next stream, 9 times out of 10, I think I'm going to start probably with Street Outlaws and then maybe some Battlefield, and then we'll see about other games that we'll end up playing. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming in today and watching the stream. Everybody that likes the tweets, retweets the tweets, watches the videos, drops comments. You are greatly appreciated. You are the 51 Dynasties, and I'm going to keep making great content for you as long as I can. So thanks for coming in today. Thanks for watching it back on playback. We won the Super Bowl, back-to-back titles, and a back-to-back perfect season. So you make sure you tune in next, because you never know what's behind the next load screen when it comes to SR51 Media. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.